البرنامج الاقتصادي الأسبوعي حديث الرقيب. نطالع، نتعمق، نسأل ونتساءل عن أهم التطورات والقضايا الاقتصادية والسياسات المالية. هذا البرنامج برعاية البنك الإسلامي الفلسطيني.
حياكم الله وأسعد الله صباحكم في هذا اللقاء الجديد من برنامج حديث الرقيب. اللهم ارحم شهدائنا وشافي جرحانا وفك القيد عن أسرانا. لقاءنا اليوم مثل ما عودتكم ما بين الفترة والأخرى من قوم بدورنا الإعلامي على المستوى العالمي من خلال بعض الدول اللي نستضيفها هنا في فلسطين وتحديدا في رام الله والقدس وفي غيرها من المدن. وأنا أتحدث طبعا عن الدول الداعمة لفلسطين اقتصاديا، سياسيا، تعليميا أو في أي جانب آخر، على الأخص خلال المرحلة الحساسة اللي بنمر فيها اليوم رح أتناول معكم العلاقات الثنائية بين فلسطين وفنلندا، وضيفتي في الاستديو السيدة بايفي بيلتوكوسكي وهي سفيرة فنلندا لدى فلسطين. لما بتحدث عن فنلندا لا يمكن أني أتجاوز قضية التعليم، واللي بتشكل المورد رقم 1 والمعرفة رقم 1، وهذا الطابع الغالب على فنلندا بأنها دولة تتميز بأساليب تعليم غير عادية. أكيد استفدنا منها، وهذا الحكي رح يوضحه ضيفنا أيضا من وزارة التعليم، من وزارة التربية والتعليم. الحديث عن اقتصاد فنلندا بالمناسبة بحكي عن GDP اليوم اللي هو الناتج المحلي الإجمالي حوالي 320 مليار دولار سنويا، وما يسمى البير كابيتا بلغة الاقتصاد طبعا اللي هو نصيب الفرد، وأيضا المعدل الدخل للفرد في فنلندا سنويا يصل لحوالي 60 مليون دولار، وهو رقم عالي جدا. بتميزه كما حكيت في التعليم، صادرات من آلات، من نفط، من بلاستيك وغيرها من القضايا. ونشوف كمان المجالات اللي قامت فنلندا بدعم فلسطين فيها خلال المرحلة القادمة. إذا نبدأ لقاءنا باللغة الإنجليزية كالمعتاد، ونرجع نوجز إن شاء الله بنهاية اللقاء. أرحب بكم مرة أخرى. Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to our talk show. My guest today, Miss Paivi Peltokoski, the ambassador of Finland to Palestine. Welcome and thank you for joining me.
شكرا كثير and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here.
And صباح الخير to everybody who is listening to this talk today.
صباح الخير for you. You know, actually I will try to summarize some issues for this interview regarding the trade relation, economic relation, education relation between Palestine and Finland. Of course, I know the big topic for us is the education. As I know, the slogan of the Finland is learning not for school, but for life.
True. Which
makes difference because I believe in the Arab world, and especially in Palestine, in Jordan, in the region, we have an issue with this. We are suffering with this, but we will talk about that in the second part of this interview. Historically, how you evaluate the historical relation between Finland and Palestine? Welcome again.
Yeah, thank you. When we look back, I think that the turning point was year 1993, the Oslo Accords, and that was the time when the Finnish government made the decision to establish a representative office to Palestine, and we started here 1997 opening the office, but even before that, already from 1994, actually we came here with our first development cooperation projects, which were for education. And from since on, education has been number one in our portfolio, in our relations between Finland and Palestine.
Maybe that's why you are focusing on your cooperation regarding the education. Because you are mastering this one.
Yeah, one could say so. I think that the education actually is a cornerstone of Finnish welfare state. We don't have huge natural resources. We don't have gold or silver or metals. We have just wood, our forests, and lakes. We have 170,000 lakes. So from early on...
That's the big number.
It's a very big number. You can swim everywhere in Finland, actually. But already, I think, in the beginning of our independence, since 1917, there was a clear understanding that we have to invest on people and invest on education.
If I were to talk about your experience in Palestine during the last 4 years, and you are leaving us very soon, I believe,
yes,
within days. I wish you all the best, of course, when you get back to your country, and of course you will feel happy to come back again to Palestine as your home as well.
For sure.
It's not easy, maybe. It's so complicated for diplomatic missions to work in Palestine. We know that. And everyone, I believe, they understand the situation. How you can express about your experience in Palestine during the last 4 years? Yeah. Whatever achievements or challenges.
Well, first of all, if I look back for these 4 years, I would like to say that it has been a real pleasure to know Palestinian people and to work together with Palestinian people. It has been very warm-hearted work and very good cooperation. And also at the same time, it has been a very sad time. I came here when you still had the COVID closures, and then the increasing violence in the West Bank, settler violence, which we could already call like settler terrorism, and then now finally the war in Gaza. So I think that the times are very difficult, very challenging for Palestinian people, but we are here to support, and we hope that we can bring some hope for you for the future.
Do you believe at this stage there's still some issues that can be done for our people in Gaza by your government?
Well, I know that I believe that now all Europeans are very well informed what is going on in Gaza. Gaza is everywhere in our media, news, social media as well. What can be done more? I think we all have to strive for a political solution, and currently, of course, increase the humanitarian assistance. So these are the main components, but we can't solve anything without a real political solution, both to the Gazan side and to the West Bank. That means Palestine as a one unit.
Yeah. So after the 7th of October, how we can evaluate actually the solidarity, if you can expose that, how the people in Europe in general and in Finland specifically, they're raising more voices regarding the solidarity of Palestinians and our rights for self-determination. That's it.
Well, first of all, I have to say that the Finnish government decided to increase humanitarian assistance to Gaza immediately through the Red Cross and OCHA and also UNRWA. And what else? What you can see in Helsinki, a lot of solidarity, and all the other smaller cities as well in Finland. For instance, yesterday we had the newest demonstration in our capital for the Palestinian rights. And we are also supporting the International Court of Justice in Hague. We didn't earmark our new funding to Palestine, but a part of that funding will for sure will be used for the Palestinian case as well. But I feel that people are very much following the issues. They are very concerned, and they would like to see
they
Palestine
become maybe
free.
more concerned regarding the
More concerned than ever. And I feel the solidarity in Finland.
Yeah. So you satisfy from the awareness of our case now, and politically, I believe, in Finland especially.
Awareness in the whole Europe, I think, yes.
It's almost a different picture now between what we've been in the past and right now. But maybe the price is huge.
The price is really huge, and it's impossible to understand how huge it will be. I think all of us, we still have friends and contacts in Gaza. So when the attack took place 2 days ago in Malawi, I immediately sent a message to one of my friends in Gaza, who is now looking for shelter in Malawi. And thanks God, he's okay. But I think this is the reality of every people living in Palestine, and especially the reality of Palestinian people themselves.
Yes. Let me get back to the laser focus of education.
Mm-hmm.
Why Finland's school outperform most others across the developed world? And the same part of this question will go actually to our guest on the phone, which is Dr. Nafi Assaf, the Deputy Minister of Education. Welcome to our talk show, Dr. Assaf.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you and Your Excellency Paivi.
Good morning.
I will start with you actually, Paivi. Why are you still going with this trend about the education and reflecting this experience to the whole world? What's the difference with this in Finland? And I will get back, of course, to Dr. Assaf to know his feedback and what part of cooperation has been done with Finland, between Finland and Palestine.
Yes, if I start from the equality point of view, I think this is like number one in the Finnish education system. If you visit a school in the capital, or if you visit another school in some other parts of Finland, for instance, some remote schools in Lapland, far away, you can see approximately the same level. Teachers are very much appreciated, highly qualified, and we also appreciate the freedom and the free time of our children.
Mm.
So we think that the children shouldn't actually have so much homework. The work should be done mostly
Not
in the school.
Not to punish them by education, huh?
No, the education should be fun,
Yeah.
but of course it's also a hard work. It's not only like having some fun. But I think that we have some best practices from our history and from nowadays schools as well, and we are ready to share them. And we have been working with the Ministry of Education for years, and our cooperation is very close and very productive, I think.
Mm-hmm. Very close and very productive, Dr. Nafi Assaf. How you can evaluate the cooperation between Finland and Palestine, of course, in the field of education?
Thank you again, Talat, for giving us this opportunity. In one word, an excellent cooperation with Finland. We have different aspects of the cooperation. Financial support from them we receive, and technical support in different areas of the education system that we get with from Finland. Finland, if you allow me, was one of the first countries to support the education sector in Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, it has supported major projects that contributed to the development of assessment and evaluation and different training programs. However, in the financial, Finland is a major partner in the GFA, which is the joint financing arrangement, with an annual contribution of around 3 million euros. This is directly to the Ministry of Education.
Mm-hmm.
And there is another project or another agreement between Finland and the Ministry of Education, which was implemented through UNICEF to support the inclusive education and other different aspects of the education life, such as violence reduction in schools, including awareness raising and capacity building of teachers, parents, students, and the education counselors. In terms of the technical support, Finland historically or in the past, it acted as the focal point for the GFP before it was handed to Norway last year, where they played an important role to facilitate effective communication with the other three countries in the GFP. Also, Finland was the deputy chair of the education sector working group. This is the most important gathering of the different partners of the education ministry, Ministry of Education, where we meet, we discuss the plans, the strategies, and we get feedback from them from the different background of those partners. And Finland is one of the main partners in the sector working group, and it was the deputy chair before it handed to Finland, to Ireland a few years back. In addition to that, Finland is the co-chair of the preschool thematical working group, where they
actually they have a lot of positions in education.
Plan for the preschool plans and strategy for the Ministry of Education. Sorry, Talat.
I would like to just to have your feedback about their concepts, actually, their vision. Let me talk about that frankly. They are learning not for school, but for life. How you can evaluate how much we already just have more experience from them, and we can push ourselves to make the learning and the education different than the situation that we have here in the Arab world and in the region, and specifically in Palestine. Do you think in the future we can be different like them? Why not?
Look, absolutely. Is this the question for me or for?
Yes, for you, absolutely.
Look, we learned a lot from them, and we continue. I mean, we are participating in a conference which is planned to be in November. We believe that we can be like Finland and the different developed countries and advanced countries in education. We studied their school system and why they are outperforming the different countries. They are different cultures, of course, but we need to work a lot on the culture and on the teachers, as Her Excellency mentioned earlier in the interview. But we believe, yes, we the Palestinian, we have the courage and we have the will to support the education system and to be advanced relative to the other countries, inshallah, in the future.
Inshallah. Your Excellency, would you like to reply to Dr. Assaf?
Dr. Nafith, thank you for describing our cooperation so comprehensively and so positively. I can just agree. And what to add to that is that, of course, the resources are different now. If you compare the Finnish economy with the Palestinian economy, you have more constraints, of course. But we hope that these difficult times will be overgone and you can come back to so-called normal in a way. Also planning the curricula, the strategic approach into teaching, and like having more financial resources organizing the education in Palestine.
Dr. Nafi Assaf, Deputy Minister of Education, thank you for joining us.
Can I just say one word for Paivi?
Please go ahead. Please.
Paivi, for us at the Ministry of Education, it's a sad moment that you are living. I think we had a very great time with you. We get to develop the cooperation very strongly while you were serving in Palestine. But we believe that we have an ambassador now back in Finland, which is you, that you will represent Palestine and represent the education system in Palestine. We appreciate all the support all the words that you gave to us in the previous years, and we wish you all the best in your future, inshallah. Thank you very much, and Talat, thank you. Shukran for this opportunity again.
Thank you, Dr. Nasif, and thank you for your kind words. I will have a successor coming in September, and of course our real specialists on education will continue. Our head of cooperation, Eva Alarcon, will be here, as well as Nelly Husari. They are the key persons for the education cooperation, which will continue for sure.
We wish them all the best, all, absolutely. Dr. Nafi Assaf, shukran. Thank you again for being with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Your Excellency, it was a kind word actually from Dr. Assaf. And let me ask you about your message to Palestinians, of course, because you are leaving us very, very, very soon.
Yes, this is a very emotional week, I think, to me, because these are the last days of the 4 years. And I think that my main message would be that please don't lose the hope. The hope is most important. I'm sure that there will be easier times to come, and we are here to support you, and all the international community is here to support you during these challenging times.
Thanks again for being with us. Kiitos in Finland. Let me say that in Finland.
Ole hyvä.
And I wish you all the best in your country, and I wish all the best to the people of Finland and the government of Finland, of course. And thanks again for being with us.
Thank you for this opportunity to join this program.
باسمكم جميعا طبعا بشكر سعادة السفيرة بايفي على وجودها معنا اليوم، سفيرة فنلندا في فلسطين، وراح تغادرنا خلال أيام متوجهة إلى فنلندا. تطرقنا لعدة مواضيع طبعا، منها المساعدات الإنسانية والخاصة في الضفة الغربية وقطاع غزة، والتركيز المباشر على القطاع التعليمي في فلسطين، وهذا الأسلوب المتميز اللي تنفرد فيه فنلندا حقيقة، وهي غدت اليوم مدرسة للعالم في أساليب وتقنيات التعليم اللي محتاجينها اليوم حقيقة، حتى ما يكون التعليم هم لدى أبنائنا ونستفيد من خبراتهم. وهذا كمان أكيد اللي أضافه الدكتور نافع عساف بمداخلته. لقاءنا راح يكون عبر اليوتيوب إن شاء الله، أيضا على حسابنا على اليوتيوب خلال دقائق من الآن، ومترجم أيضا باللغة العربية. أشكركم جميعا على وجودكم معي اليوم، ونلتقي في حديث آخر ولقاء آخر بعونه تعالى. Thanks again. كيتوس.
شكرا.
البرنامج الاقتصادي الأسبوعي حديث الرقيب. نطالع، نتعمق، نسأل ونتساءل عن أهم التطورات والقضايا الاقتصادية والسياسات المالية. هذا البرنامج برعاية البنك الإسلامي الفلسطيني.